Hey guys, thanks for stopping in. Today I'm going to try to cook a boneless beef striploin roast in my toaster oven. So let's get toasting. I bought this roast at the Sprouts Market yesterday. This is 3.12 pounds and it was $5.97 a pound. So this roast costs $18.63. Now when I first looked at it, I thought it was like a rib roast, you know, like a prime rib type roast. But when I looked closer, I realized it didn't have any bones in it. So what it actually is, it's if you cut these into individual slices, you'd have New York strip steaks. So that's what cut of meat it is. I've never actually had one of these before. Never actually cooked one of these before. So it's tied up with strings. I think what I'll do is just cook it right on the toaster oven tray, just like that. One reason I kind of like buying meat at the Sprouts Market, well, it's good quality meat for one thing, but also you can buy smaller pieces of meat like this. I mean, that's a 3-pound roast. Sometimes you have to buy great big roasts at the other stores, and you can sometimes just buy like 4 chicken legs or half a rack of ribs or stuff like that. So anyway, I think I'll just put a little bit of olive oil on the outside of this, and that's mainly just to kind of help my seasoning stick to that a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to season this with some kosher salt all around. Get the ends here too. Forgot to oil the ends, but oh well, salt's sticking, so it doesn't really matter. Like I said, the oil's mainly just so the seasoning will stick. Okay, and I'm gonna also use some seasoned pepper. This has no salt in it, but what's in this is pepper, sugar, red and green bell pepper, onion, and garlic. So I think that will go pretty well on this roast. I don't think I'll do the bottom side because my wife doesn't really care for pepper too much, so that way there won't be pepper directly on the meat except for on the ends. It'll just be on this fat cap on top. Now if you don't have any of this seasoned pepper, just some salt and pepper would be fine. It doesn't really matter too much. Okay, now I'm just going to get this into the toaster oven. Oh, one more thing. I'm going to put an oven meat thermometer in the center of this as well. And this will be cool because I can just see it right through the glass of the toaster oven, and I won't have to open the oven door to check the temperature. I'm going to cook this to rare, which would be about 120 degrees, but if you want it more medium, cook it to like 130, 140, 150. You know, it kind of just depends how you like your meat. So let me get the oven heating up and we'll get it in there. I'm trying to decide what temperature to cook this at. I think I'll try 300 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm going to pull this oven rack out. That way the tray will sit down a little lower. And the top of the meat won't be so close to that upper heating element. Okay, that looks pretty good. One other thing, the meat has been sitting on the counter for about 2 hours, so I've kind of come up to room temperature. That way should cook a little bit faster and hopefully a little more evenly, so it won't have to be in the oven as long. Alright, like I said, I'm going to cook that to about 120, between 120 and 130 degrees Fahrenheit. So not sure how long that will take, but I'll let you know when I take it out. It's been about 1 hour and 5 minutes, and it looks like the internal temperature of my roast just hit 120 degrees. So I'm going to pull it out and cover it with foil. And a lot of times that temperature will still keep climbing 5, 10, even 15 degrees. So I'm going to get it out of there, let it rest for a while, and then we'll try it out. I let this rest for about half an hour with some foil over it, and I left the thermometer in because I wanted to show you guys this. The temperature on that thermometer reads about 145 degrees now, and I pulled it out of the oven at 120. So it rose 25 degrees just sitting there and resting. So that's something you always have to keep in mind. The temperature will rise quite a bit after you pull it out of the oven. Now I pulled those strings off of there that were on there, and let's just slice off a piece here and see how it looks inside. That looks pretty nice. Okay, I'm dying to try this out. This is the end piece with all that seasoning on it. Okay, let's see how this looks. Seems pretty tender. There we are. Wow, this is good. This is actually better than some prime rib I've had. Actually, I'm not saying it's better than all prime rib, but just some of it I had. It tastes a lot like prime rib. That's really good roast. I would definitely cook this again. Can't believe it turned out this good in my toaster oven. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll talk to you next time.